It's so beautiful, and it looks so natural, and it's almost like, you know, the thing to do.
That's what I remember seeing. The mom put the baby on the breast, and then the baby would eat. So I never thought I would have a pain or I would have any inconvenience doing this, but I found myself having a lot of pain. I also had oversupply, so that was very painful, and I didn't know what to do with it.
You do have those jumps and hurdles of latching and or a little bit of bacteria infection.
The cracking of my nipples, that was the challenging. When I had my first child, I had that. And I, honest to God, thought my nipples were gonna fall off. And I would put her on my breast, and my biggest challenges with that was trying to get her to unlatch, because they just literally do that, and I literally would think every time she did that it was gonna snap off. Even though there was half my brain would say, no, it's not gonna happen, you know, don't worry. But the other side was insecure. And I think that was one of the reasons not being educated. I didn't force myself to continue breastfeeding even though she didn't want to. And back in 1997, there were pumps, not as nice as they are now, but they were the ones that you kind of just manually squeezed. If I would have known or somebody would have taught me, I would have probably done that and breastfed her through a bottle.
My breast is small, so I don't have milk. But not it's true. Some mom, they have a small breast, but they still have a lot of milk for their child. But like me, I had just a little bit milk at that time, and my nipple, it's just inside. So at that time, it's difficult for my daughter suck the milk. So I use the pump, and I try to pump it to take the milk, and I keep in the bottle. And every time I feed my daughter, I give that bottle to my daughter.
Experience from mom and from all the mom's friends who breastfeeding their babies.
Everywhere I went in the city, public places, everywhere you would see moms nursing their babies.
In my culture, in the Hispanic culture, the majority of them breastfeed, because that's the number one thing that we have, you know. But I just never really saw anybody breastfeed. It was just a natural thing that I wanted to do.
Like my country, they don't have any programs like in America. We just learn from family, from mom, from grandma.
I see my parents or whoever did a cap, they just hold their baby and lay back here. Easy, like I saw them. But when I try myself, that's not like that.
In China, so you have a lot of people help you. Mom's mom and daddy's parents, so which is for 2 grandmas and 2 grandpas to help you. And they come to United States, you know, the daddy need to go to work. Sometimes mom's a working mom. So nobody helped them around.
I didn't have my family around, so it was a little difficult not having the support of, you know, all the women that come in that process. But I found at the hospital, the days that I was there, I had help. And then I got out of the hospital, and the first place I went was Milkworks. So when I came here, I got the pump and I went home. But then that was with my first child. But then when I realized that it wasn't not only just getting a pump, it was more, why is it hurting so much? Why is my baby acting this way? Is my baby actually gaining weight? You know, so all these things come along. Then you find out there is a group, a support group. I came to the support group listening to all the moms, and you're like, oh, I am not the only one going through this. So we can help each other. Then making appointments with lactation consultants was big, because then I knew you just put the baby there, but I didn't know you can hold it different ways and stuff like that. Yes, I could call my mom and my sisters, but they were not there for me in person. And that's what I needed, you know. In the moment I was being away from my country, my family, who I was, now I am here with a new baby, trying to breastfeed.
Honestly, I don't know. I think just one day in the meeting, I think Sheila talked to me about Anne. And I met Anne before, but I didn't know she was involved with the milk work. When she talked to me about this, do you want to be breastfeeding educator? I just remember what happened to me back home. I said, yeah, I need to do it. So I can help not only people here, maybe back home when I go visit my family back home, I start talking about this, use the right position, so I will be very helpful.
I say, yeah, I would like to be a community educator because I would like to talk to mom about that. Some maybe they are brand new mom, they don't know about that. Maybe they know, but not a lot, just a little bit. Some their mom will talk to them, but some maybe their mom don't have new thing, new way in American. Mom doesn't know about that. So when I have a training, I know about that, and I will help mom.
I think about myself when I was in a lot of pain and when I was desperate, and in those moments you cannot think. You're like out, and everything is like, what do I do? Where do I move? What, you know? And so I know these moms with new babies are like asking the same question. What do I do? You know, where do I go? What do I eat if my child has an intolerance? So I can come and say, you can eat this, you can try this, you can, you know, it's not that I'm gonna fix it totally, but I might be of help, and that is what I'm passionate about.
The Chinese culture, women talk about the breastfeeding is kind of like a very hesitant, you know, kind of like a very privacy, very personal. That's why I choose to visit the one-to-one. So this way, the moms will feel more comfortable to talk to me. And especially I have my experience breastfeeding, so make them more feel like, okay, I'm faced to a woman already breastfeeding her baby. And also I think for the Chinese women, a lot of educated women, they like to put their effort to the work, to their job. So that's make it even more harder, because they have to do between the work and the breastfeeding their baby. So that's part of the reason I really want to work hard to help the working mom and make them strong believe that yes, you need to do your good, do your good job, but also you need to, you know, put your time and your effort at home with your baby.
Well, I had my first child when I was 15. Kind of did it on my own, didn't really have anybody. My background comes from being in the gang life from the age of 12. Ran away from home since I was 12, got my first kid at 15. You know, I've had a lot of success here at the clinic, especially with younger moms that can relate with me when I, you know, tell them my story. You know, I had to raise myself with my child.
I really want teens to know that being a teen mom is hard in itself. Breastfeeding on top of that is a whole nother subject, but as easy as it is to pick up and be a mom, it's just as easy to breastfeed, and it helps your baby so much. It helps you. I would also love to help provide to teen moms if given the opportunity that they can do it. No matter how young you are, no matter how old you are, your diversity, culture, religion, it doesn't matter. You can breastfeed, and breastfeeding is the best thing.
For my child, I think this is the best milk he can have it. It's ready and it's clean and also it's healthy and prevent him from a lot of problem, illness, and easy for me just to breastfeeding my kids. I'm not worried about like preparing or just ready.
I don't need to spend a lot of time and money for formula because every time when my daughter she hungry, I just give breastfeeding to her.
My children, I do believe that it affects their cognitive ability. I've noticed a huge difference in, I guess, my first and how long I breastfed, then from my second to the 2 years that he got breast milk, and just the difference in learning, the adapting to different things, and how easily they pick up on things.
Even with 3 months of breastfeeding, I still think she get a benefit from me.
Less, cold, coughs, things like that. Because your breast milk will have so much nutrients that your baby's body will intake and have, that you will have less of those.
Breastfeeding with your baby will have a strong immune system.
Well, benefits to us as breastfeeding moms. Not only do you reduce your chance of breast cancer, but you help your body get back into its own shape.
It's so special for many reasons, including health benefits, me and my baby, and cost saving, and I feel close to my baby.
You both can gain so much from it, but initially you get a bond that every child wants with their parent.
The first time my baby came out of my babies, came to the world, the only thing I could thought of is, bring me that baby, I need to feed that baby. That baby needs to eat. And that baby just stayed there, and I'm like, thank you, Lord, because this is what you made us for, I praise God for this beautiful gift of being able to have kids and bond with them, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to feed them.
We're very close to each other. When I have breastfeeding, I just hold her like this, so I can hold in my arm like this. So when she have breastfeeding, I just hold she like this. I don't want put her in the bed again. I just would like to hold her forever.
For any women that are hesitant about breastfeeding their children, I want to let them know that it is a very overwhelming thought. And it's not something easy, but just like learning how to talk, learning how to ride a bike, teaching your child how to use the bathroom, it's a process. It's a learning process. And how do you know that you can't do it until you try?
So please try have the breastfeeding with your child, your baby. Yeah, that is my message to mom.
I would tell them to do it. I mean, there's so much benefits to it, and a lot of women think, oh, but they're like sucking on my boobs, and my husband sucks on my boobs, because that's one of the ones I get a lot. Or my husband doesn't want to touch it because there's milk there. Well, you know what? It is what it is. And I always encourage them you gotta breastfeed. It's something natural for us to do.
My daughter, my baby eat the fruit. So I just try to do any way to get the milk yeah, from me.
When my baby gained weight, it makes me so happy, and I want to continue breastfeeding.
For mother also, that will help her to be out of depressions, feel healthy. It just feel lovely when you just hold your kids, look eye to eye, that early connection between you and your child.
It's not always something that's going to come so natural to everyone. And as long as you try, that's the best that you can ever give your child, and that's the best that you can give yourself as a mother.
So I would say take away all the whatever you have heard and concentrate on what you are, and give the opportunity to try it, and know that there is support out there. You're not by yourself.
So I want all of you guys to realize that the breastfeeding mom are beautiful, and don't be shy and to breastfeeding your baby, and don't be shy to talk about the breastfeeding, and we're here and to support you anytime if you need us. You know, as the educator, we'll be work with you as a team, and MilkWorks, we're here always support you.